Hi everyone, my name is Maryna Buzynnik, and this is our next episode of hiring remote tech teams all over the globe. And as usually, today I have a guest, our technical recruiter Olha, and we are going to tell you more about hiring in Bulgaria. Hi Olga, how are you today?
Hi, great. Thanks. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to dive into today's topic because there is so much to share about Bulgaria.
Okay, great. Then let's start. Uh, Bulgaria has definitely become a popular spot for companies looking to hire the tech teams. And could you please tell us why?
Yeah. In my opinion, there are three main aspects that make Bulgaria attractive: cost, quality, and location. First, let's talk about cost. Developer salary in Bulgaria are about 30-40% lower than what you would find in Western Europe. But the important thing is that the quality of talent remains high. Bulgaria is particularly strong in areas like backend development, cloud technologies, and DevOps. And lastly, location. It's in Eastern Europe. And as for me, it makes Bulgaria convenient for collaboration with both the US and Europe, thanks to the overlap of time zones. So, like, companies get a lot of value from hiring in Bulgaria.
Okay, that sounds like a powerful combination. So, what kind of specialists are companies most likely to find in Bulgaria? And what is the country's strengths?
Bulgaria has a really solid pool of backend developers, especially in
Mhm.
Java, Python, and of course in front end development, with the most popular common front end frameworks and libraries like Angular, Vue.js, and React. So, if you are looking for expertise in those areas, you will find plenty of talents. And when it comes to cloud platforms, there is a lot of experience with Amazon Web Services and Azure, which is really key for businesses moving their infrastructure to the cloud. Um, and of course, DevOps is another strong area, as it was mentioned earlier. And we see a lot of growth in mobile development, by the way. React Native, Flutter, they are becoming go to frameworks for building mobile applications. So, whether you need talent for cloud projects, backend work, or mobile application development, Bulgaria really has you covered across the board.
Okay, super. Thank you. And what about areas where Bulgaria might be struggling to meet demand? Are there any gaps in the tech talent pool?
Yeah, like any market, Bulgaria has its gaps. AI, machine learning, and blockchain are some of the areas where it's tougher in some way to find
Mhm.
specialists. But there, these are fields that are highly in demand globally. So it's not surprising that Bulgaria is still catching up in these areas. Another gap is cybersecurity. As more companies shift to cloud solutions, the demand for cybersecurity professionals has spiked, but the supply hasn't quite kept up. So the roles like AI in AI domain or cybersecurity are still in demand, and of course sometimes companies need to like invest in upskilling or look to other markets if it's like an urgent like not opportunity but vacancy to fill in.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like there is a lot of opportunity, but also some challenges, as
Yeah.
always. And how has the global economic situation, particularly tech layoffs, impacted the Bulgarian IT market?
That's a really good point. Even with a global economic slowdown, Bulgaria's tech sector has actually been pretty resilient. I mean, it grew by about 10% last year, which is impressive considering the circumstances. Sure, we've seen some hiring freezes, especially in companies that rely on international funding, but the outsourcing sectors, especially in fintech and enterprise software, has stayed pretty stable. So
Mhm.
compared to other European markets that have been hit harder, Bulgaria has actually held up pretty well.
Mhm. Okay, that's great. And speaking of trends, how has the rise of remote work influenced the tech market in Bulgaria?
Oh yeah, remote work has really changed the game. Right now, around 70% of developers actually prefer remote or hybrid work, which has been a huge win for international companies. They can now hire top talent from Bulgaria without the need to relocate anymore, which is a big deal. And on the flip side, it's made the market way more competitive, of course. Developers here are getting offers from companies all over the world. So it's not just local businesses they are choosing between. That means companies in Bulgaria really have to step up. They need to offer more competitive salaries, flexibility, and of course, better benefits to attract and to keep the best people around.
Mm-hmm. And how does Bulgaria compare to its regional competitors like Romania and Poland in terms of outsourcing and salaries?
Um, as for me, Bulgaria does really well when it comes to cost effectiveness. Salaries here are actually lower than in Romania and Poland, but the quality of talent is just as good. Sure, both Romania and Poland have larger talent pools overall, but for companies that are looking for affordable, high quality developers, Bulgaria is really a great option.
Mm-hmm. Understood. And what about English proficiency? Does language pose any challenges when hiring in Bulgaria?
Mm. Actually, English proficiency in Bulgaria is quite good. The country ranks, according to the recent data, 16th globally in the EF English Proficiency Index, and around 70% of tech professionals are fluent. So, like for most international companies, there won't be any major language barriers. Of course, it's still important to assess English skills during the hiring process, especially for roles with a lot of client interaction. But overall, language shouldn't be a concern.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, okay. And let's then compare Bulgaria like more globally.
Mhm.
Bulgaria has a growing gaming industry. And how does it compare to other countries, not only neighbors?
In general, so if I speak about Bulgaria, of course, as it was mentioned, talent pool is not so huge, and the gaming industry in Bulgaria is like just growing. Yeah, it's still smaller compared to such a big like. Talent pools of Spain or Poland or Bulgaria. Um, Here, the focus is more on indie games and mobile gaming, but there are big names here like Ubisoft, Sophia, and Gameloft. So the local gaming scene has been changing. And also, there is a great community, in my opinion. For example, there are such events like Sofia Game Jam, which helps to build a strong network of developers. So, to summarize, while Bulgaria's gaming yes community is not as huge as in Poland or Spain, it's certainly making progress, and we will see. Maybe the situation will change in recent years.
We'll see. We'll see. Hoping for the best for Bulgaria. And what about the education? Are Bulgarian universities producing enough talent to meet the demand?
Um, that's a really important question. Basically, well, Bulgarian universities like Sofia University and the Technical University of Sofia, they do produce a lot of skilled graduates. There are definitely some challenges. One of the main issues is that curriculum in certain programs can be a bit outdated, especially in fast moving fields like AI, blockchain, or cybersecurity. And a lot of students find they need to do a lot of self study or even attend private boot camps to get the most up to date, like practical skills that companies usually are looking for. And that's where private initiatives and tech companies have stepped in. They are offering like training programs and upskilling opportunities to help bridge the gap, which is great. But it doesn't mean that like companies looking to hire fresh graduates might need
Yeah.
to invest in a bit more training to get them fully up to speed. So like it's complex, and it depends of course on the technology and the level of seniority you're looking for. Yeah, so I believe the situation also will be different in a couple of years.
Okay, okay, great. Thank you. And what are the biggest challenges for the companies hiring tech talents in Bulgaria right now, like nowadays?
Mm, yeah, so one of the main challenges for both local and international companies is definitely retention. Since remote work has become so widespread, Bulgarian developers are getting offers from companies all over the world. These offers often come with higher salary or more attractive packs, making it harder for local businesses to keep up. But it's not just local companies, of course. International companies also fail competition, as developers can now pick and choose from a broader range of opportunities. um, Another major challenge is what we call a skills mismatch. While Bulgaria produces a lot of talented developers, sometimes the training and experience doesn't fully align with what businesses need right now. For example, there are plenty of skilled backend developers, but some may not have hands-on experience with the latest frameworks because they haven't had a chance like to try it. I mean, in the commercial context, they might like explore it just for uh, their curiosity, and that's it. And of course, like cutting edge technologies are not always like available for them because of the workload. Yeah, so it depends, of course, on the background. So, like that said, these challenges are not unique just to Bulgaria. Yeah, many other countries face similar struggles, and companies that invest, of course, in upskilling their teams or offering competitive benefits and be more flexible, yes, in their requirements can still come out ahead.
Okay, okay, understood. Thank you. And mm, what about the different Bulgarian cities? Do different cities offer different tech talent or specializations, or is everything centered around Sofia, around the capital?
Mm-hmm. So While Sofia is the main hub for development, of course, and like in general, technology sector, um, and as a city are really catching up. So like for example, let's say Plovdiv. Yeah, Plovdiv is growing fast in software development and outsourcing, with its lower cost of living, making it easier for companies to offer competitive salaries. Then there is Varna, a hotspot for mobile development and the gaming industry, which we mentioned. It's by the coast, so developers are drawn to the better work life balance, and companies like Gameloft are already there. And finally, Burgas. Uh, it is smaller but rising, especially in startups and software engineering. And again, the lower cost of living makes it a good choice for those looking for a quieter, more affordable lifestyle. So yeah, while Sofia leads, Plovdiv, Varna, and Burger offers great alternatives depending on what you need.
Great insights, Olha. Thank you so much. Bulgaria sounds like an exciting destination for companies looking to hire tech talents. But it's clear that businesses need to be strategic in how they approach it. Thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing your expertise. Hope to see you soon again.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me.